Hi everyone, it's me again. We have another video. This time we are going to talk about finding local mins and maxes using the TI-84. Really this, unless we have a quadratic equation, this is really the only way we can get accurate values, because it really does take calculus to find and prove that things are local mins and maxes. So today we are going to use the TI-84 and find local mins and maxes of this cubic function. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to graph this, and I played around with the window before starting with the video, so I didn't bore you with that. And these are the window settings that I have for this graph in case you want to replicate these results with your calculator after or during this video. So next thing I'm going to do is going to graph the function, and so this is what the function looks like here. And so just like with intersect and just like with zeros, we're going to go to second trace to access the calculate section. And notice here option 3 is minimum and option 4 is max. So let's start off with option 4 for maximum. And notice that we're going to have to set a left and a right bound again, just like we did with the zeros. And this represents this interval I that they talk about in the definition, is that we want to set the left bound for that interval. We're going to set the right bound. And so notice that this area trapped between these two vertical lines, if we just look at the x coordinates here, that's the interval I that we're going to talk about. And notice that in this interval, this peak right in here is a local max, because if we look at any other x value, the y coordinate is always going to be smaller. So let's guess, and we'll guess it's at the top. So you get as close as you can. And we get that the maximum is at 0.12701, and at the y coordinate is negative 9.8. So that's what it looks like the local max is at. And so the local min is not dissimilar to that. You would go second, calculate, and again, so we'll hit 3. And again, what we're going to do is we're going to choose the left and right endpoints of the interval that they talk about in the definition. So we are going to pick the left endpoint of the interval. So the left endpoint of our interval we're going to choose from this time is going to be 5.45, and then to the right, it's going to be over here, and so we're going to choose 9.696969, etc. So this is our interval. If you look at the x-axis, this is our interval I that we're talking about. And if we look at the valley here, notice that if we look at any y-coordinate nearby, it's always going to be larger than the smallest y-coordinate right down here. So we need to take a guess about to where the y-coordinate is, and for some reason my cursor is not moving. This computer was being weird for a second. So we'll say it's right there. And the minimum is at 7.87, and it's approximately negative 242.18. So that's how you find local mins and maxes on the TI-84. If you have any questions, let me know and we'll work you through it. Up next, let's see what we have. We are going to talk about piecewise defined functions. And I will see you then.